Prem Savo Shri Guru Maharaj Ki Jai Ho, Jai Sitaram devotees, Swagatam and welcome back to Sooryoday with yours truly Shiva Janak Maharaj, as we have another beautiful morning and episode of Sooryoday here in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. The rains are here, of course. We are all enjoying the rains and welcoming the rains as an end to our dry season. And we, of course, enjoyed very beautifully the performances of our children this Saturday and Sunday for the grand finals of the Sanatan Dharma Mahasabha Bal Vikas competition this weekend. Gone there, devotees. This morning, I'd like to share with you, some of the verses from chapter 10 of the Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, which our children recited on Sundays, because the Group A schools had that chapter 10 to recite from. And the topic of that is the magnificence and the greatness of Bhagwan. Yes, devotees. You see, it is very important for us to understand Bhagwan is everywhere around us. He's in everything. And amongst everything around us, he, in chapter 10, has stated, which ones really represents his magnificence. And so we start with verses from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Today I'll actually be sharing with you the verses that the Arado North Hindu School performed. And Bhagwan's choices, blessings upon those beautiful children. After all the hurdles that they had, they really did do a good performance. And I will share that performance with you at the end, as it was meant to be. I will show you at the end of today's programming. So before we start, let's take a break as we praise Bhagwan Shri Hari. Prem Savo Shri Vishnu Bhagwan Ki Jai. Prem Savo Shri Vishnu Bhagwan Ki Jai Ho, Jai Sitaram, devotees, Swagatam and welcome back to Sooryoday. This morning, devotees, we're sharing some of the magnificence of Bhagwan Shri Vishnu himself, Bhagwan Shri Krishn, as he is explaining to Arjunji on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Dear devotees, there he is telling Arjunji, Bhagwan Shri Krishn himself, Bhagwan Uvach, in that form of Shri Krishn, he is speaking to Arjun. And I'm sharing with you the shlokas that were chanted by the children of the El Dorado North Hindu School and many other schools too, of the A category, as they chanted from chapter 10 of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, as we try to understand a little more about Bhagwan. And dear devotees, Adityanam Aham Vishnu Jyotisham Raviram Shuman, the very first shlok 21 of chapter 10 of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, dear devotees. It is, Bhagwan says, of all the Adityas, I am Shri Vishnu. And who or what are the Adityas? The Adityas, dear devotees, Adityas are the names of Bhagwan Shri Surya, the sun god. And in every associated month, there's a different name for the sun. Then those 12 names are called the 12 Adityas. And of the Adityas in the month of Kartik is known as Bhagwan Shri Vishnu. So he's saying of all the Adityas, of all the name of Surya during the entire year, I am that of Shri Vishnu. Jyoti Sham Raviram Shuman, of all the sources of light, I am that sun, the center of the universe, the brightest source of light that we have, dear devotees, in our universe. In our universe, the sun is the brightest source of light. So you can take a candle flame, you can take the brightest human-made light you have, and it can never compare to the light of the sun. This is Bhagwan in our life, dear devotees. This is why here in Sooryoday, that we are named after that sun, Surya Bhagwan, at the sunrise itself. May that sunrise illumine your mind as well, as Bhagwan is that brightest source. Jyoti Ghamya, dear devotees. Satoma Sadgamya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamya. May that brightness illumine your mind and get rid of the darkness of ignorance, devotees. Marichi Marutam Asmi Nakshatranam Aham Shashi. Bhagwan Shri Vishnu continues to say, of all the types of winds and these different values, the Maritam refers to those different types of vayu, the different strengths of wind. I know in the Buford scale, dear devotees, you will see there are different names given to the different strengths of the wind, from very, very strong and destructive wind to very, very little and no wind at all. Bhagwan Shri Vishnu is saying he is Marichi, which is that very calm and cooling breeze. And you picture, by a sheltered bay and a very light breeze, just calm and cool, that he is saying, I am that calm and cooling breeze, and the most favorable amongst wind, not too little and not too strong, dear devotees. I am that perfect wind which pleases you, known as Marichi. Nakshatra Aham Shashi. Of all the nakshatras, I am the moon. So one nakshatra refers to the constellation of the stars. So one may say, but if the stars are really suns, are very, very far, what does the stars have to do with the moon? That's where you have to understand what a nakshatra is, dear devotees. A nakshatra is that angle which the stars are in the various days of the Hindu month, the lunar month, dear devotees. Every day there's a different angle, and so it forms a different nakshatra, a different perception of the stars based on the angle of the moon. So if you take away the moon, the meaning behind those stars and the angles are all nil. So this is why he's saying, I am that moon, the very most important thing that there is in that nakshatra, in making sense of the nakshatras or the constellations. Next verse 22. Vedanam Samavedosi. Of all the Vedas, there's mention of very early, only 3 Vedas, and then the 4 Vedas. Of all of them, I am the Samved, that one which is dedicated to music. I am the Samved of the Vedas. Devanam Asmi Vasavaha. Of all the Devatas, I am Indra, the king of Devatas. Their devotees, as we all know, in that level of heaven, Lord Indra, he is the king of the Devatas there. He is the leader of the Devatas. Indrani Nam Manaschasmi. Of all living, the Indrani, of the senses, I am the mind. But we all know that the senses must not leave the mind. The mind is greater, and the mind must be the one to control the senses. The mind is, Bhagwan is telling us, he is the mind. And Bhutanam Asmi Chetana. Of all those living entities and beings, energies, I am the intellect. I am the intellect. Such is the greatness of Bhagwan Shri Vishnu, dear devotees. Before we break for another song, chapter in verse 23. Rudranam Shankaraschasmi. Of all the various forms of the Rudras, as we know there are 11 Rudras. And of those 11 Rudras, we all know Hanumanji is the 11th Rudra avatar. So of all the 11, he's saying, I am known as Shankar, I am Bhagwan Shiv, I am the root of all those Rudras. The Rudras will not exist without Bhagwan Shiv, their devotees. And so he is that. Pitesho Yaksha Rakshasam. Yakshas and Rakshas, they are those beings, those celestial beings that guard and protect us, their devotees. And of all of them, he is saying, I am Lord Kubir, I am the Lord of wealth, I protect your wealth. Mirunam Shikarinam Aham. Of all the mountains, I am Mount Meru. Bhagwan Shri Vishnu, that very great mountain where many people, they try to climb and they go because it's so very magnificent. That Meru mountain, Bhagwan Shri Vishnu says, I am that Meru mountain. Dear devotees, we break for another beautiful selection to Bhagwan Shri Vishnu as we enjoy the teachings of Shrimad Bhagavad Gita as chanted by our children this weekend at our Bal Vikas ceremony. Dear devotees, the finals where so many of our children chanted these shlokas, so we try to understand them a little more so that we can really understand the magnificence of Bhagwan Shri Vishnu. Prem Soro Shri Vishnu Bhagwan Ki Jai Ho. Shri Vishnu Bhagwan Ki Jai Ho. Jai Sitaram, dear devotees, Swagatam. Welcome back to Sooryoday with your Shri Shiva Janak Maharaj. And this morning we are looking at some verses of the Shrimad Bhagavad Gita as we discuss the greatness of Bhagwan Shri Vishnu as he is telling Arjunji there on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. And dear devotees, we have reached chapter 10, Shlok 24. Bhagwan continues to say, of all the great ones, I am Brihaspati. We all know Brihaspati, the guru of the devatas, of all the holy ones, the priestly ones. I am Brihaspati, the devata, the guru of the devatas themselves, their devotees. Today is Brihaspati Var. Today is day, Guru Var as well, dedicated to the Guru. So Bhagwan Shri Vishnu says, I am, of all the gurus, I am Brihaspati, the guru of the devatas themselves. And of all the generals, of all the warriors, I am Skanda. I am Skanda Baba himself. I am Kartikeya, that warrior who was designed for fighting. He was left here to fight their devotees. And I am that Skanda Baba, the greatest of warriors. And he continues to say, of all the bodies of oceans and of the waters that go and lakes, I am the largest of them all. I am that great ocean. Dear devotees, there are areas of the ocean. It's so deep that we haven't even really comprehend how very deep this ocean is. That largest body of water, which covers most of our earth is in that state of water, dear devotees. So Bhagwan is the ocean itself. In chapter Shlok 25, he continues, 26, he continues, of all the holy trees, Ashvattaha Sarva Vrikshanam, of all vrikshas, of all these holy, of all trees, I am that Ashvattaha. I am that people tree, dear devotees. We all know by now how very special the people tree is to Bhagwan Shri Vishnu. Bhagwan Shri Vishnu is stated here, Shrimad Bhagavad Gita. I am that people tree, that great people tree. We are very fortunate in our mandir, the Amarjot Krishna mandir, to have one of the largest, oldest people trees, and the mandir built completely around, surrounding that form, Bhagwan Shri Vishnu. Prem Sabolo Shri Vishnu Bhagwan Ki Jai Ho. Dear devotees, we see here that Bhagwan continues, I am of all the trees, I am the people tree, of all the Deva Rishis, I am Narad Muni. Narad Muni, dear devotees, that very devoted, loving devotee of Bhagwan, who always chants his name, Narayan, Narayan. Bhagwan Shri Vishnu says, of all the Deva Rishis, I am Narad Muni. He continues, of all the celestial singers, the Gandharvas, all the celestial singers and musicians, I am Chitrarattaha. Chitrarattaha, dear devotees, that very excellent musician amongst musicians and among perfect beings. I am sage Kapil Muni. Kapil Muni, we all know from Bhagavad Mahapuran. Remember when those thousands of sons and descendants of Sagar, when they blamed wrongfully Kapil Muni, with that he was such a great yogi, with instants he burned them to ashes, and he So such a great Muni. So of all the Munis, of all the sages, all the perfect beings, I am Kapil Muni, Bhagwan Shri Vishnu says. And he continues in 29, he tells of the great things that came out of the churning of the ocean, their devotees, that he is also Uchai Shravasam Ashvana, of all the horses, I am that Uchai Shravasar, that very celestial horse that came out of the churning of the ocean, their devotees, with many heads, a very special horse indeed. And of all elephants, Airavata, that very celestial elephant who is the Vahan of Lord Indra, their devotees, that came out of the churning of the ocean. Bhagwan Shri Vishnu is that special elephant amongst all elephants. And amongst men, he is the king. Think about it, the monarch or the king, those are the ones that are supposed to take care of their subjects in due fashion. Their devotees very honestly and transparently take care of his subjects, and a very good monarch, a very good king. Bhagwan Shri Vishnu says, amongst that perfect of those men on earth, I am those kings, their devotees. And continues, of all the weapons, he is the Vajra, or the thunderbolt of all weapons. I am the thunderbolt. Of all cows, I am Surabhi, their devotees, that very celestial cow, Kamdhenu, the very celestial cow of plenty that can bless us with that food of that milk and that prosperity, their devotees. Bhagwan is that very auspicious cow. And of all preceptors, I am Kandharpaha. Of all preceptors, I am Kandharpa. Kamdev, their devotees, that one who blesses us with love in our hearts for our spouses, etc. And of all serpents, I am Vasuki. Vasuki is that great serpent that was used to actually churn the ocean, to wrap around the mountain and churn the ocean. I am Vasuki. Of all the Nagas, another type of beings, very devoted, I am Anant, the king of the Nagas. Of all aquatic beings, I am Varun Devta, the king of the aquatic region. Of all the ancestors, I am Aryamma, that form of Bhagwan Shri Vishnu, another one of the Adityas which we spoke about earlier. I am that Aryamma, greatest form which is worshipped, the greatest, highest form of all the Pitris, their devotees. And among all dispensers, I am Yam Devta, Dharamraj. Yam Devta is Bhagwan Shri Vishnu as well, their devotees. We are beginning to get a pit yet, and Bhagwan is each and everything, their devotees. And in the last verse, that shloka that was sung by the Eldorado North Hindu School on Sunday gone, it says, of all deities, I am Prahlad. We all know the love that Prahlad, that devotee, had, but he was from a lineage of the deities, the devotees. Of all the deities, I am Prahladji. And of all divisions, I am that of Kal, time, their devotees. And of all beasts, I am the lion. As we would remember, nursing Bhagwan, when Bhagwan Shri Vishnu had to take the form of nursing, half man, half beast, half animal, their devotees, he took that nursing avatar of half man, half lion, because amongst all beasts, he is the lion. So he brought two of them together in that form of nursing Bhagwanji. And their devotees. Of all birds, I am Garuji. Garud, as we all know, is that massive, very strong eagle, their devotees, that is the Vahan of Bhagwan Shri Vishnu himself. And so we see their devotees, the love, the greatness, the magnificence of Bhagwan Shri Vishnu, of all the greatest things that we can think in our mind of, that itself is Bhagwan Shri Vishnu. So their devotees, at this point in time, I'd like to share with you a recording and the videos that were supposed to show on Sunday gone at the Bal Vikas Festival for Eldorado North Hindu, and now share it with all of you so you can experience it the way it was meant to be. You see, the curtain was opened a little too early for us to finish our setting up on the stage. However, we share it with you now so you all can enjoy the students of the El Dorado North Hindu School with their video presentation of all these great things of Bhagwan. You now will get a visual to see what they actually are as we enjoy the students of the El Dorado North Hindu School at their performance on Sunday born of the Gita Shloks, their devotees. We now enjoy Prem se bolo Shri Krishn Bhagwan ki Jai.
Bhagavad.